Seahawks this morning, 4.5-point favorites. Shine, is that where we are currently? Saw last night it was 4. But
I know it opened at 3.5. Let me double check for you.
Okay.
I think you're right, Greg.
I think the over-under was 46, I think I saw.
Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. 45.5 is the over-under.
Okay. All right. So half point down on the over-under.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it, based on the way Seattle's offense played, especially in the NFC Championship game. You've played, and I think the one thing I was thinking about more than anything, me and my man were talking about it, who we would rather face as the game was going on. And I was wondering maybe Seattle might be the better matchup, only because the Rams and Stafford's offense, I think, is more likely to duplicate what we saw in the NFC Championship game. And I know the Seahawks did it, but that's not really who they are. Sam Darnold thrown for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. So if I was looking at one, because we faced some really good defenses. So facing a Seattle defense, when we already faced the Texans, we faced Denver, we faced the Chargers, I think it's a little bit better, but we haven't faced an offense like the Rams offense. So, and if I had to give the edge offensively, I would probably give it to the Rams. Seattle still has a good offense, don't get me wrong, but I think maybe it's a better matchup.
Well, that win yesterday, historic in a couple different ways. The Patriots franchise now has 40 postseason wins. That is the most in NFL history. And this team
Tied with the Niners.
Tied with the 49ers. And this team won 9 in a row, or won 9 on the road, and no team has ever done that.
That is impressive.
And
the gauntlet that you faced throughout the postseason, especially from the defensive side, that's pretty impressive.
But get ready for the national conversation with Cam Newton to be about, you're going to win a Super Bowl going through Jarrett Stidham and Sam Darnold in the conference championship and the Super Bowl. That will be what's actually going to happen is the next 2 weeks, everybody's going to tell us how great Darnold is. And then if the Seahawks lose, they're going to say he sucked. That'll be the national conversation, because it is shocking. Jarrett Stidham and Sam Darnold to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is such a lazy take. I'm kind of over it. It's been the conversation the entire time with the Patriots. You get a schedule, you play who's in front of you, and you move on. Like any other team in the league. And I don't understand why every single time, whether it was the Chargers, whether it was the Texans, and now whether it was the Broncos, the entire broadcast is about how the Patriots are going to have a tough competitor ahead of them until the end when they're winning, and then they give all the excuses to the other team.